The 5 largest banks in the United States collectively hold about $6.8 trillion in deposits. They pay their customers an average of 0.01 to 0.5% interest on that money. Then they turn around and lend it out at 7, 8, 9, sometimes 24% on credit cards. That spread, the gap between what they pay you and what they charge everyone else, is one of the most profitable business models ever invented. And it works perfectly, because most people never question it. You opened a savings account, you put money in it, you felt responsible. That's the whole trap. The feeling of doing the right thing is exactly what keeps people from doing the better thing. Today we're going to fix that. No complicated investing, no risk, no jargon. Just a straightforward look at where your cash is sitting, what it's actually costing you, and exactly where to move it instead. Let's start with what's actually happening to your money right now. You've probably got a savings account at one of the big banks. Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, doesn't matter which one. These accounts feel safe, and they are safe. FDIC insured up to $250,000. No risk of losing your principal. But safe and smart are two completely different things, and confusing them is costing you real money every single month. Here's the actual number. The national average APY on a traditional savings account right now is somewhere around 0.41%. On $10,000, that's about $41 a year. That's not a return, that's a rounding error. Meanwhile, if you look at what inflation has been doing, even in a relatively calm environment, your purchasing power is eroding at 3 to 4% a year. So that same $10,000 is effectively losing $300 to $400 of real value annually. Your balance looks the same, but what it can actually buy keeps shrinking. That's the part the bank doesn't put in the brochure. Now here's what makes this particularly frustrating in 2026. High-yield savings accounts, not investments, not stocks, just savings accounts at different institutions, are currently paying 4 to 5% APY. Same FDIC insurance as your big bank. Same liquidity, meaning you can withdraw your money whenever you want. No penalties, no waiting period. The only difference is the institution holding it. And the yield difference between a standard savings account and a high-yield one is currently at its widest point in over a decade. The gap has never been more obvious, which means the cost of ignoring it has never been higher. Let's run the numbers so this stops being abstract. Say you're 26 years old and you've got $20,000 saved. Good job, genuinely. You leave it in your traditional savings account for the next 10 years. You walk away with about $21,000, maybe $22,000 if rates tick up slightly. Now take that same $20,000, move it to a high-yield savings account averaging 4.5%, and leave it alone for the same 10 years. You're looking at around $31,000. That's a $10,000 difference from the same starting amount, the same discipline, the same zero risk, just a different account. And the only thing standing between you and that outcome is about 15 minutes of your time. So if the solution is this straightforward, why hasn't everyone already done it? That's the question worth sitting with for a second. It's not that people don't know high-yield savings accounts exist. If you've spent any time on personal finance content, YouTube, Reddit, wherever, you've seen it mentioned. You probably thought, yeah, I should look into that at some point, maybe more than once, and then you didn't. Not because you're lazy or bad with money, because of something much more specific than that. Your brain is wired to respond to immediate, visible threats. If someone reached into your wallet and took $300, your nervous system would light up. You'd remember it. You'd do something about it. But when inflation and a near zero interest rate quietly drain $300 of purchasing power from your savings over 12 months, there's no notification, no alert. Your account balance doesn't drop. Nothing looks wrong. The loss is completely invisible, and your brain, which evolved to deal with things that are immediate and concrete, just doesn't register it the same way. Psychologists call this salience bias. Your bank calls it a revenue model. This is why the standard advice of just open a high-yield account doesn't actually work for most people. It's not the information that's missing. It's the felt urgency. So let me try to give you that. If you're 28 with $20,000 in a traditional savings account, and you wait just 2 more years to make this switch, you've already left roughly $1,800 on the table. Not in some hypothetical future, already gone. The meter is running right now, today, while you're watching this. Every month you don't move is another $30 to $70 handed to your bank for free. That's not a dramatic way of putting it. That's just the math. Alright, here's exactly what to do. Step 1 is opening a high-yield savings account. The institutions that consistently show up near the top are Ali, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Sophie, and Discover. Rates shift over time, so don't just take my word for it. Go to NerdWallet or Bankrate, sort by APY, pick one from the top that's FDIC insured. They all are, but verify. The application is online, takes 10 to 15 minutes, and they'll ask for basic information, your social security number, a linked bank account to fund it, standard identity verification. That's it. There's no branch to visit, no appointment to make. It's genuinely easier than most things you'll do this week. Keep your existing checking account exactly where it is. That's still your operational hub. Rent, bills, subscriptions, daily spending, all of it runs through there. What you're doing is splitting the function of your money. Checking is for moving money. Savings is for growing money. Your checking account should hold 1 to 2 months of living expenses as a buffer, and nothing more. Every dollar sitting above that in checking is a dollar doing nothing when it could be compounding at 4 to 5% somewhere else. Once the account is open, automate the transfers. Pick a fixed amount. It could be $200 a month, $500, whatever your situation allows, and schedule it to move on payday. This is the part most people skip, and it's the most important part. Manual transfers require motivation every single month. Automation requires it once. You set it up, it runs, your savings grow, and you stop having to make the decision over and over. The best financial habits aren't the ones that require the most discipline. They're the ones that require the least. Now, if you want to go one level further, and then this is worth knowing, look at treasury bills for money you won't need for at least 3 to 12 months. You buy them directly through treasurydirect.gov. No broker involved, no management fees. They come in 3-month, 6-month, and 1-year terms. The yields right now are competitive, with or slightly above most high-yield savings accounts depending on the term. They're backed by the US government, which makes them about as safe as anything gets. This is genuinely what sophisticated investors and high net worth individuals do with idle cash. Not because it's exciting, it's about as exciting as watching paint dry, but because leaving money doing nothing when a simple, zero-risk alternative exists is just unnecessary waste. The bigger point here is this: building wealth isn't always about the aggressive moves. Sometimes it's about closing the leaks. The quiet, boring background decisions that compound over years into real differences. Moving your savings to the right account is one of those decisions. It takes an afternoon, it costs nothing, and it's one of the highest return actions you can take per hour of effort. That ratio doesn't come around often. Here's what I want you to do before you watch anything else today. Open your savings account, find the APY, and write it down or screenshot it. If it's below 1%, you now know exactly what to do. Open a high-yield savings account this week. Pick one from the comparison sites, spend 15 minutes on the application, set up an automatic transfer, and move on with your life. The hard part isn't the action. The hard part was not knowing. Now you know. If this helped, subscribe. We put out 1 video a week on exactly this kind of thing. Practical, no fluff content on building income, cutting financial waste, and making smarter decisions with the money you already have. No guru stuff, no get rich quick, just the actual moves. And if you want to know what to do once your savings are working properly, where to put your first real investments, what order to go in, what to ignore completely, that video is right here. It's the natural next step. See you there.